everyone. Welcome to Sunrise, Florida, the FLA Live Arena. I'm Scott Jordan alongside Kay Young for another exciting edition of Arena Series in 25. And tonight, Monster Jam Superstars vying for the overall event championship. Let's take a look at our driver lineup here in Sunrise, Florida. 8 superstars in town: Kristen Anderson, Brittany Marcotte, Armando Castro, Tristan England, Matt Nick Pagliarulo, Steven Sims, and Chad Tingler. Up first, it is Monster Jam Racing, and it's time racing here in Sunrise. And out first is Matt Pagliarulo in Chester. He goes tight around the turning box. That's going to cost him as he ends up on the pod, trying to center the truck back up over the pod, and gets a time of 11.750. Next out here in time racing, Brittany Marcotte in Zombie. She is off and running in South Florida, and she heads around the turning box. Nice turn there into the straightaway goes Zombie, clipping the pod, has to brake check, spins it around, and you see that left wheel not cooperating, locked up, so did not finish here for Brittany Marcotte. She's going to get taken out to the pit area. Up next, Steven Sims in Stone Crusher. The son of Steve Sims, the owner-operator of Monster Trucks Unlimited. Now Steven Sims around the track. Great turn there for Steven, and he's up over the finish line, 9.708. Great time for Stone Crusher. His teammate Chad Tingler in hooked. Coming around the turn, goes wide out here. So Chad Tingler, a veteran driver, formerly in Gravedigger, now in hook. He's done Stone Crusher as well. He goes wide around the turn, sideways across the finish line, does get the tires down. 11.375 is the time. Tristan England in Earthshaker. Multiple Triple Threat Series championships here for Tristan England. He gets a great clean turn, has to slow it down a little bit, brake checks into the wide range, gets the truck straight now across. A little sideways though on the finish. 10.583 is the time now for Earthshaker. Next up, Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger, the black and green wrecking machine, celebrating 40 years in existence. Dennis Anderson, the founder, and now his daughter, Kristen Anderson, dominating the arena tracks here. She goes right into a great angle across the pod, 9.667. So a great time for Kristen Anderson. And now Nick Pagliarulo, the former Monster Jam Rookie of the Year out of Osteen, Florida, in Kraken. Crab walking now, he is locked up here, has to straighten it out now, tries to get around the turn, goes wide, has to center it back up again, still locked up. So some technical issues for Kraken to deal with here in the first competition, 13.917. Up next, Armando Castro out of Whittier, California. Now Toro Loco, the former World Final Speedster Racing champion. Clean turn there, goes wide across, clips the pod, now flips it back around. Great corner there for Armando. And he's not going to get it done. That means Kristen Anderson is our racing winner. Let's check in with Kay Young.
Kristen, congratulations. What an incredible fast time as you collect your first 8 points. Congratulations.
It feels really good. I feel like the last few weeks I've come up just a little bit short in this timed racing event. I've always either been second or third, so to be able to grab the first place win feels really, really good, and I'm the fastest girl on the track right now.
It's a good start here to event number 2. You've got to feel the momentum as we get set for our second competition, Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills.
I feel like this next competition that's coming up is our toughest competition because it has some very tough competition in it. These guys are ready to throw down. They don't cut me any slack just because I'm a girl. So me and Brittany, we're gonna have to go team up right now, go head to head with these boys and show these boys that us girls are not afraid to bump elbows with them. Is that right, ladies?
Huge congratulations to you. Congratulations to our Monster Jam Racing winner. Give it up for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Thank you, Kay. Let's go look at our first BKT overall point standings. Kristen Anderson with 8, Steven Sims with 7, Armando Castro 6, Tristan England with 5, and Chad Tingler with 4, rounding out the top 5. 1 competition in the books, 3 more remain. And up next is the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each driver gets 2 attempts at a maneuver on 2 wheels. Fans are judging here in attendance on creativity, skill, and execution. Here is Matt Pagliarulo and Chester. Nice brake check, sky wheelie, great angle of the truck. Lands it back on all 4 BKTs, has to center up a little bit, going for another sky wheelie, and just falls short of landing over the pod. 4.310 is now the score to beat. Out next, Chad Tingler in hooked. He lines up onto the pod, has those back 2 tires hanging off, looking for a reverse stoppie here into a wheelie combo. Nothing there for hooked on attempt number 1. Chad Tingler now tries to find something again. Here he gets another shot at getting some score. Goes right for a sky wheelie. Did some nice air, good angle of the truck as well. Lands it safely. 3.280 is the score. And now Tristan England and Earthshaker excels at this competition. Let's take a look here. Comes right down off the ramp into a stoppie, right into a moonwalk. Has it up on the edge of that ramp. Goes right back down to a nose wheelie. Needs a little more momentum if he's going to clear the pod. Right here, you get a great look at Earthshaker facing Kraken and Hook. Now he's got to back it up. You're going to see some throttle here. Earthshaker now hits it going right up over the pod. The back two wheels come up, and he's got a wheelie on the backside. So a great catch and a nice combo move there for Tristan England. Now attempt number 2 right into a stoppie. Maybe a modified popper there. Not much pop on the back two wheels, but now he's got it cooking right here. A moonwalk back up over the pod, and that'll do it here for Earthshaker. Take a look at the super glue. Glue to the action replay. 9.413. That is good enough for first place. A seesaw wheelie there from Earthshaker takes the lead. Armando Castro and El Toro Loco now makes his way up onto the pod. He's going to go right down that center ramp as well. Into a stoppie, right into a moonwalk. Now edges out into a nose wheelie. You got to have a lot of acceleration to clear that pod. He knows it, so now he's taking his time and showing off that nose wheelie, edging it back and forth, trying to find a right way. We'll see some smoke coming out of El Toro Loco, possibly. We know Armando loves showing off, and he is on a dime right now with a stoppie and gets it right back down onto all 4 BKT tires. Attempt number 2 now goes right back to the well one more time. This time he's got it back up on the edge of the ramp, and he is going all the way up. He's got a lot of traction here, but just too much dirt and can't get it done, so he goes all the way across. And that is going to do it for El Toro Loco. Take a look at the super glue. Glue to the action replay. 8.535 for Armando Castro. Tristan England retains the lead here in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Here comes Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, the former Monster Jam Rookie of the Year, into a stoppie, right into a moonwalk. We saw Armando struggle there. Nick makes it easy, and he's got a wheelie all the way across the pod on the backside. Nice move, tries for a stoppie, but again, that ramp just too much. A lot of dirt adding up there. That could be an issue here throughout this competition. Attempt number 2, back into another stoppie, gets the wheelie, but the 8-pack comes into play. And that right wheel gets stuck on the tires. Nick is making something out of nothing. Look at him showing off. Just flipping the steering wheel back and forth, left and right. And he's got that wheelie going and cracking, and a popper to boot on the backside of the combo. 8.391, not enough to take the lead away from Earthshaker. Next up, Steven Sims and Stone Crusher goes for a great sky wheelie. Gets the truck up at a nice vertical base, back down on all 4 tires. And now again, attempt number 2, another sky wheelie here for Stone Crusher. And a slap wheelie combo. 6.364 is the score. Now Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger, a reverse stoppie into a wheelie. She's great at this, sitting right on the wheelie bar, but it's too much. And Gravedigger will end up on the side. 6.834 is the score. And that means Tristan England and Earthshaker still with the lead as Brittany Marcotte trying to take the lead away from him. She comes off with a sky wheelie and again tries for another one to get some big air. Brake check, slap wheelie combo. Tristan England is your winner.
Tristan, a huge congratulations, really showing off a lot of technical driving skill, but you're known for this Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, beating out one of the best Armando Castro and Toro Loco.
I mean, there should be a caution sign on the front of that thing with a stoppie of a dump truck. I had that on a helmet back in the day, but we've moved on to a Stillo now, so it's a little more comfortable. But man, what'd you guys think about that 2-wheel? I was having fun. Did you guys have a good time?
I believe there is 17 Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills wins now. This was your 17th, so congratulations. You know, we're entering into halftime, and then we're going to be hitting the donuts, and of course, your favorite freestyle. Now that you got a win finally here in event number 2, do you feel that the momentum's going to carry you over?
It definitely makes you feel good. I mean, you don't want to come out here just to lose. You want to come out here, have a good time with your team, and I mean, like my dad always said, always give 100% in everything you do, unless you donate blood. So we're out here having fun. We're kicking it in Florida. You guys are wild, crazy, loud. Let's keep up the energy. Let me hear you the second half of the show.
Let's make some noise for your Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge winner, Tristan England in Earthshaker.
Let's take a look at our BKT overall point standings after 2. Kristen Anderson, Armando Castro, Tristan England tied at 13. Steven Sims with 11. And Nick Pagliarulo with 8, rounding out the top 5. 2 in the books, 2 more to go. And next up, it's the donut competition. Fans again judging in attendance. They want to see the number of revolutions, execution, and a lot of speed. And out first is Chad Tingler in the hook. He's going to show him how it's done. And the veteran driver out of Stewart Stratford, Virginia, making it happen. 7.577. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger with the right turn donut. Shades of her dad, Dennis Anderson, as well as Weston Anderson, all throwing in those right side donuts. And she has got one going here as the dirt roofs up. And 8.922 is the score. Your new leader is Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Matt Pagliarulo and Jess are now going to make a go here on the other side of the track. And he's got one down here. You see the dirt roosting up. It's just showing off, though, that underneath the dirt, those platforms there, the way that they level out the track here. It's all ice under here at the former BB&T Center, now the FLA Live Arena, home of the Florida Panthers. An ice hockey arena. Got to cover that ice as much as you can, lay it in that dirt. 8.566 now for Brittany Marcotte. And Nick Pagliarulo up next in Kraken. Kraken now goes wide. He's got a wide turn now, trying to narrow it up, but he is struggling here to gain any traction. And that'll do it, 4.251. Armando Castro and El Toro Loco tied atop that leaderboard, trying to take the lead away from Gravedigger. And Armando now a nice smooth rhythm here. He's got the low center of gravity on the back end of that truck. But again, slows down, dirt awfully thick here, but that is enough to take the lead. Wow, 9.260, and El Toro Loco takes the lead. Next up, Steven Sims in Stone Crusher. Comes out really wide, gets that front wheel up, nothing there. 3.246 is the score. And now Tristan England and Earthshaker has to top Armando Castro. So he starts out wide, tries to get a nice center base. Not a lot of dirt in the middle. That's where you want to go. You get a lot of traction here, and he's got a good one going right now. Got to cut it short, but that is enough to take the lead. 9.352, so Tristan England, what a night he's putting together. Let's go down to K Young.
Tristan, a huge congratulations. Donut competition win. Wow, what an amazing night here for you.
Yeah, I stole a little trick out of the bag. Kristen Anderson, she's the queen of these donuts right here, so I like to turn right also in my donut. Makes it spin a little tighter, if you know what I mean. Bryce knows what I mean. We make it turn to the right a little faster, but it's all good. We had fun. We got a little dizzy. Saw the concrete patch, and I wanted every bit of it. But that's just a taste of what's coming. Are you ready?
They're definitely ready for some freestyle action. You gotta feel good coming into the last competition.
Yeah, there's some awesome obstacles out here. We've got 8 of the best athletes behind the wheel, and it's about to get rowdy. Like I said, we're down in Florida. You guys know how to get loud and have a good time, so let's do it. It's Saturday night. One more time, let's go!
Let's take a look at our BKT overall point standings after 3. Tristan England takes the lead at 21 points. Armando Castro with 20. Kristen Anderson with 19. And Steven Sims with 12. Nick Pagliarulo with 10. Rounding out the top 5. One more competition remains, and it's Monster Jam Freestyle. Each driver has to fill the first 15 seconds of the run to qualify. Fans again judging here in attendance at the FLA Live Arena. And they want to see use of all obstacles on that center pod. They want to see execution. And of course, they want to see the massive air and wow moments that has made Monster Jam a worldwide phenomenon. Out first, it's Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. And, you know, Matt has won a stadium freestyle competition before at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. So coming back into these smaller arenas in his home state, you know, is nothing short of a challenge for him. Used to those wide stadium tracks and a lot of obstacles, a backflip ramp. Now he's got the 8-pack on the track, and he's got to be creative here. Let's see how Matt does as he continues riding Jester all over the track. And it looks like he is going to have some mechanical issues, and he is done with his run. So 5.654 is the score for Jester. Here comes Steven Sims in Stone Crusher right out of the gate with a sky wheelie. Clears the pod, comes right back around. Again, Steven Sims, a second-generation driver. His dad, Steve Sims, got his start building marble cabinets for Dennis Anderson. Had Gravedigger come to Steven's birthday party. And then Steve bought a truck. The rest is history. Now he's got Stone Crusher and hooked And Steven Sims driving this thing, trying to make something happen tonight. Double log jump, brake check. Great angle, nice save for Stone Crusher. And Steven Sims again comes back around here in Sunrise tonight. Center lane over the pod. Back up, clips the back with the back two tires. Continues that momentum, continues the throttle rhythm, chopping away at this dirt. And now back on the other side, right up halfway over the 8-pack on that side as he comes back down. And now goes wide across right in front of Kraken. Single log again here on the obstacle. Nice air brake check again. Steven Sims has had some great moments in his career, and he showed it here tonight in this freestyle run. There's a donut for you to put an exclamation point on the run. Take a look at the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay with a nice whip brake check. 7.224 is the score for Stone Crusher. Armando Castro out next in El Toro Loco, trying to take home the event championship. This is the second event here in Sunrise, Florida. And Sunrise in years past has been a hotbed of Monster Jam action. I got my start in Sunrise, Florida, folks. That was my first ever Monster Jam event, so that arena means a lot to me as well. And I know Armando Castro would love to take home an event championship here. So a big deep turn for Armando Castro. Roosting Gravedigger now comes up over the obstacle onto the pod, falls just short, hits that lip. That's going to stall the momentum. And now going deep, this track, again, a little routed up here. He goes for the 8-pack. He's lined up, and he's got a great backflip going, and he gets it right on the back end, and he saves it. What a save. That is the save of the night for Armando Castro. He is not done yet. Lining up now, single log. This is where the wow moments come in. Brake check, sky wheelie up over the pod and back down. Why not throw in a donut there, young man? Get it done, make it happen. Take a look at the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. Lands the backflip, 9.700 as he catches it on the bounce. Hits it into gear at just the right time. It keeps El Toro Loco on all fours. And now Chad Tingler has his work cut out for him to top that. Somebody's got to go after El Toro Loco. It is the veteran Chad Tingler out of Virginia. Chad has had quite the career in Monster Jam as well as on the independent circuit. Made a name for himself as a Gravedigger driver, then moved into Stone Crusher, now in Hooked, the other of Steve Sims' trucks for Monster Trucks Unlimited. Here comes Hooked again. We've seen Brian right behind the wheel of Hooked in years past. Now that honor tonight in Sunrise falls to Chad Tingler. Climbing up over the side there, right over the 8-pack. So he's got to stop short a little bit. Some issues going on inside the cab of Hooked. As we take a look at the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. 4.711 is the score. And Hooked will have to head back into the pit area. Now Kristen Anderson trying to make it happen here. She has got her work cut out for her as well as she tries to take the event championship here tonight. Up over the single log, Gravedigger goes down end over end jump. Amazing landing right across the center lane of that pod. Keeps the momentum going, deep turn. And now across with the whip right over the 8-pack goes Kristen Anderson. Storming onto the scene this year. She's had some amazing moments in Monster Jam, but really arrived this year winning Arena Championship Series Central. It was the last weekend. She made it happen, competed at World Finals after a year on the Stadium Championship Series where she won her first Stadium Freestyle in Jacksonville, Florida. So Kristen Anderson, the first female series champion in Monster Jam history, a trailblazer, the daughter of Dennis Anderson, really becoming a superstar here in the sport. A wide turn there. She's got all the momentum now. Accelerates, hits the throttle into a nose wheelie, and she's going to try to go over here, try to save it. Back on the wheelie bar, smoke in the air, and again, she lands it right on the wheelie bar. That is vintage Kristen Anderson. Take a look at the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. 8.788. There's the stop. He just over-rotates, and that'll do it for her freestyle run. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. What a year he has had. I remember Nick as a crew chief for his dad, Matt, in Jester. And then Nick got his own truck and really started to cement himself as a major player in Monster Jam, winning co-rookie of the year. Now comes up over the single log. A very accomplished technician, a great driver. He won his first Stadium Freestyle as well. He's got a couple of Arena Freestyle wins too to his resume. And that beautiful Kraken truck now trying to make it happen, but again, dead in the water tonight in Sunrise. A lot of technical issues plaguing this truck so far, 3.960. And here comes Brittany Marcotte out of Mission Viejo, California. The second member of Team Zombie, Barry Musauer, of course, the leader of Zombie Nation. But Brittany Marcotte, a very accomplished driver and athlete herself. Zombie Nation fully behind her here in Sunrise, Florida. Comes up right up over the pod. Not a lot of air there, but she can keep it down on all 4 BKTs. She makes a left-hand turn, now falls short, has to brake and hit reverse. You don't want to see that. That is valuable seconds ticking away on the clock. But Brittany Marcotte now back up over the pod, gets a great jump. Keeps that front left wheel turning. That's what you want to see. That is guiding that truck right now. Front steer and rear steer. Nice brake check jump there for Zombie. Coming right back around. She's got the single log. She's going to take only the right wheel over it. Whips it up into center lane over the pod. Roosting a little bit of the dirt here. Back now trying to brake check. And again, her run will come to a short end. 6.497 as we take a look at the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. Tristan England in Earthshaker. Competed this year on Arena Championship Series West, fell short of the championship. Had to compete with Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger, but Tristan England has won many competitions in his career, a multi-time Triple Threat Series champion, and one of the best up-and-coming superstars in Monster Jam, former Showdown winner. And now his eye on the prize here in Sunrise, which is the event championship trophy. He would love nothing more to take a little more hardware back to Paris, Texas. Right, look at the 8-pack. He's got to come all the way over to the right side of the track in order to avoid it. Otherwise, that would have been a crazy backflip. And look at that turn. Just a wide drift turn there for Earthshaker. Now falls right short into the pod, trying to come back right on top of it. Lines up to the single log obstacle. Nice air there. Whips the truck back around to center lane. Wide drift turn again, trying to come back around this track. Incredible. I haven't seen dirt like this in a very long time, but there's a stoppie. So Tristan England able to get it. Look at the truck. The back end tires go right up over the front. He's able to save it. Nice catch. And now he's got it right where he wants it. Stopped on a dive into nose wheelie position. And now moonwalking it right back over to the pod. He's got the 8-pack in sights. It's a reverse popper for Earthshaker. So a great combo move there for Tristan England. Now he's got to go slow off the pod. We'll see if he's got anything left in the tank here as he makes a nice slow turn back around facing the ramp. And he's going to back into his stall. That'll do it. 8.923 is the score for Earthshaker. Armando Castro of Toro Loco wins freestyle as we take a look at our final BKT overall point standings. He ties at the top of the leaderboard with Tristan England, but freestyle breaks the tie, and Armando Castro wins the event championship. Tristan in second, Kristen Anderson in third, Steven Sims in fourth, and Brittany Marcotte in fifth. Let's send it downstairs to Kay Young and our overall event champion, El Toro Loco's Armando Castro.
Armando, congratulations. Your freestyle actually broke the tie between you and Earthshaker's Tristan England. So you've got to feel good about that freestyle that you laid down. Congratulations here in event number 2.
Sunrise! Man, we did it. We're 2 for 2, baby. Man, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Like I said from the beginning, every single time I bring the one bad bull out here, make sure you have your cameras ready, because ain't no telling what's going to happen. I had that backflip in mind. I knew I was going to hit it, man. And, man, tip my hat off to Tristan. He had a heck of a freestyle, man. Man, where are my Latinos at? Where are my Latinos? A mis Latinos, los quiero mucho con todo mi corazón. Gracias por todo el apoyo. ¡Arriba los Latinos!
Armando Castro getting it done. What a great night for him and a great night for all our fans in Sunrise, Florida. Make sure you follow us on social media at Monster Jam, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Use the hashtag Monster Jam on all of your posts. And, of course, stay tuned to MonsterJam.com for more great episodes of the Arena Series in 25. For everybody here at Monster Jam and my co-host, Kay Young, thanks so much for joining us. Good night from Sunrise, Florida, and we'll see you right here next time on Arena Series in 25.